welcome back. So in this video, I wanted to talk about the 12 months of generosity. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, in my latest blog post entitled Confessions from a Stingy Person, I talk about how I'm going to transition from being a stingy person to a generous person by completing this 12 months of generosity. The 12 months of generosity was something that I created back in 2017, and it was really a way for me to combat this idea of, being a stingy person, always ending the year feeling like I could have said yes to opportunities to give more. And I decided to be more proactive about it by creating opportunities to be generous, as opposed to just waiting for opportunities to fall on my lap. So I created this 12 months of generosity, and I basically just listed 12 different tasks, one task for each month. And I found the task by just Googling things, going on Pinterest, and I just chose 12. I didn't put them in any particular order, but I ended up following the order in which I had originally put them in. And so some of the tasks that I completed, I wasn't always sure exactly who the recipient should be. So oftentimes I would really pray about it before actually completing it. And I'll give you an example. So one of the tasks in my original list in 2017 and also in the 2019 list is to give a care package. And so in 2017, I was thinking about that. Who can I give a care package to? And I couldn't really think of someone. So of course I was praying about it. And one Sunday morning I was in church and this woman walked in, and I had known that she had just lost her husband a couple of months prior to that. I knew she was going through a really difficult time, and so just immediately I just knew she's the one I need to give this care package to. And so I filled this package with things like some chocolates, some tea, a little thing of tissues. I put in like a book or a devotional on grieving and loss. It was obviously a Christian book, and I think put a card in there, and I mailed it out. And so she sent me a thank you note later on and told me that the timing of this was so perfect for her. So, it was just a wonderful experience. So that's just kind of an example of sometimes if you're going through the challenge, you may not know who the recipient of one of these tasks should be. So I would really encourage you to just be praying about who that person can be, because oftentimes people are going through things or in situations that we're completely unaware of, and sometimes we don't really can know or understand the impact that such a small gesture can have on someone else's life. So let me talk about the 12 tasks. So for this 2019 list, the tasks include writing thank you notes. And so this is something that was also on my 2017 list. And I wrote thank you notes to, friends, and just thank them for their friendship, and just to thank them for being there. So this is really an opportunity for you to really express your gratitude towards the people that mean the most to you in your life. It could be one person, it could be several people, it could be everyone in your family. I mean, you can choose really how big or how small you want this to be. Another task is just because gift and a card. And again, this kind of follows the same type of premise, is, just doing something for someone, just a small little thing. It doesn't have to be anything big, or it doesn't have to be anything expensive. It could just be something as small as, buying lunch for a coworker or something else, or, putting in a little card if you notice someone's having a hard day, just a small note of encouragement. Or maybe you have a long distance friend that you haven't spoken to in a while. It could just be an actual card that they receive in the mail that just says, "Hi, I'm thinking about you." So it's just something small like that. The third one is to send a care package. I felt like that was such a great one, so I wanted to keep that on my list. Number 4 is 50 things I like about you. And you can get as creative with this as you want. You could write out a letter, you could write out 50 things, you could create some type of little booklet, you could be super serious about it, you could be super funny about it. There's so many different ways in which you can really get creative on this one. So I'm looking forward. This is a new task, so I'm kind of excited about that one. Number 5 is a food donation to a local food bank or an animal shelter. And again, if you, this is kind of self-explanatory. You could use this to get other people involved and make collections for the local food bank or for an animal shelter or any other type of organization that you know is in need. So it doesn't have to just be you, but it can, but also a great opportunity to involve others. Number 6 is pay it forward in the drive-thru. That seems to be like, popular one. You hear about it all the time on the radio and TV about people just, paying it forward in the Starbucks. This was on my original list in 2017. I did it in a Dairy Queen drive-thru, which was kind of fun and exciting. And I have to tell you, I do remember in the drive-thru, I decided, well, actually, when I originally got into the drive-thru, there was nobody behind me. And so I just quickly said, okay, if somebody pulls up behind me in the drive-thru, I'm going to go ahead and pay for their order. And when I got to the window, I had this moment where I thought, I really hope they didn't buy like a ton of ice cream. But it wasn't. It was like $10. But this was my first time doing that, and it was so exciting to be driving off and just realize like they have no idea I just paid for their order, and just kind of what a nice treat that was. So let's see. Number 7 is send flowers to someone. This was also on my original list in 2017, and this was also kind of fun. I actually did this one anonymously. I had was friends with a young mom, and she was just kind of sharing to a small group of us just some of the struggles that she was having, just staying at home with a young child and stuff. And so I really thought, she would be just a perfect recipient for this. And so I sent her some flowers. I wrote like an encouraging note, but didn't sign my name. And so as far as I know, to this day, she doesn't know that it was me. So number 8 is tip double at a restaurant. This is a new one that I added, didn't have this one on my 2017 list. Number 9 is take a new friend out to dinner. This was on my list in 2017, and this was really great because I got an opportunity to really get to know someone that I had originally just been an acquaintance. And so I asked her if she wanted to get together for dinner. We went out to dinner, we went to Starbucks afterwards, and we really got a chance to get to know each other. And so that was a really great experience. Number 10 is make home baked goods for a local fire department. In 2017, I originally had this on my list, but it wasn't to the local fire department. It was just to bake some home goods for like a neighbor or something like that. And I ended up bringing like home baked goods to my church. And this year I decided just to kind of change it up and to make that donation to the local fire department. You could also do it to your church if you felt like that would be better, or to the police department. Any of these things can be changed in any way. Number 11 is to donate a gift card to someone in need. This could be like a grocery card, or if you know someone around you that's struggling, or someone at your church. This can be done in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be a gift card. You could do this like maybe for back to school. If you know a family is struggling, you could do back to school supplies or book bags, things like that. Or if you know that someone lost their job, a gift card to the grocery store. So this is really wide. You could do this in any type of way. And number 12 is to volunteer your time. And again, this is really great. You can do this in so many different ways. You can volunteer at a soup kitchen or the food pantry. You can volunteer at your church, any type of organization. You can decide how you want to volunteer. But this is really about, just taking your time and just thinking about others. So those are the 12 tasks, and you can complete them in any type of order that you want. I'm actually going to complete them in the order that I have them listed. So I did kind of list them on purpose that way, but certainly if you're going to do the challenge, you can do them any way that you want to do them. And I will be putting some blog posts throughout the year with my experiences. I hope that you'll leave me comments with your experiences as well. And one of the things I really like about the 12 months of generosity is that it keeps this whole idea of giving always at the forefront of your mind, rather than it coming towards the end of the year when the holidays come around. That seems to be the most kind of popular time frame when people are thinking of giving to others. But this really allows you to have that type of mindset throughout the entire year. And it also, I think, opens your eyes, makes you more aware of other opportunities that there are to give that you might have missed had that not been something that was at the forefront of your mind and something that you were thinking of. So I really hope, again, that you will dive into this challenge, that you'll do it along with me, and I will be talking to you soon. Thanks. Bye.